Hey guys out there in YouTube land, Chibi here, and I'm here with my first hybrid doll. As I think I said in an earlier video, I was picking up a fantasy doll body at my local meet, which I have done, and he needed a little magic eraser on him, and he's pretty much awesome-tastic. And he's got a few mods to him from the original fantasy doll single jointed body. He's had a piece of resin cut out of his waist so he can move a little bit more, and he's had his nipples sanded down so he has none. But this is a my extra midget doll Gina head on the original and a really old original fantasy doll body, so it's probably pretty yellowed, and you can kind of see it in the picture. There's a difference in resin color to his face and his body, but I'm really not concerned so much for that. His character is going to be my Lolita boy Draco's alternate personality. I'll tell you the full background between the two of them later, but they are the same exact character, but there's such a difference in how and Draco actually physically changes when he becomes his alter ego, that I decided to make his alter ego a whole nother doll. But I kinda really didn't want to get another midget doll body, considering what the other kind of person needed to. Sorry, that's my I am going off. But considering what needed to be done to his body mod wise for tattoos and stuff, I didn't really want to do that to my midget doll body, and those actually don't appear in his Lolita form. They only appear when he's in this form. So I decided to get a fantasy doll body that I could play around with. He's hopefully going to end up having some tattoos and some. I'm thinking of making a scar on this body, and also I am waiting for the face-up artist I have chosen for him to open up shop again. I actually have already chosen who I want to do his face-up. It's gonna be a very gothic kind of styled face with very dark eyes, kind of a darker natural lip and some piercings. So I'm just waiting for them to open up shop, because they had some type of personal issue where they had to close their shop for a little while, and I'm willing to wait because I love their work. So anyways, that is my update on my fantasy doll body. I will say if y'all are interested, I'll do a bit of a review on the fantasy doll body and or this is a hybrid. The only thing I can quickly say right now about it is body is pretty normal for me, posing wise. It's not the best I've ever had in the world, but it's not the worst either, by far. So the only problem I'm having right now is because of the hybriding. You can see there's a lot of space where the actual neck is a bit smaller than the neck hole, and he needs a bigger S-hook on the inside because it's barely hanging on in there. So I just put his head on for the video, and he has no head movement. He can't really look down. He automatically looks back up. And he can't look up any further. He literally is just kind of forever looking up. He can move pretty well to the side, but I'm trying to think of what I want to do to fix that. I kind of have two choices. I need to get him a bigger S-hook, because I mean, I think maybe that could help, because it's kind of sitting a little funny in there. Or I was thinking of maybe just getting him a resin donut to put in there, because I think if I pulled it up that way, then it would have more room to just move around on the neck than being that S-hook being so close to the neck piece. So I don't know. If you have any ideas on how to try to fix his head movement, because it's just literally bouncing back up, and I don't even think sueding it so strong will be able to really help that so much. Anyways, there's my first hybrid. Awesome-tastic. Also, sorry I didn't do a box opening for this, but here is my Bobobi Apollo head. madly in love. His original owner did his face up for me, or redid it, because she said it was kind of old and one of her first attempts, and I like it. He's got little piercings on his ears and his lip, and one on that side. I like his dark eye coloring, and lips are actually really dark, which is cool. I just need to get him a new pair of eyes. These look pretty much, I would say, like the Bobby default, because they look a lot like my blue girl's eyes when I got her, when I had Leela. So I'm not really sure what color I want his eyes to be, so I haven't decided. So I haven't got him any. There's no point in getting him any until I know what color. And I also in the process of looking for a wig for him. I know I want him to be kind of emo styled and stuff like that, but I really have a color I'm in love with for him. It's called khaki, and khaki something from Leak World, but it's not on their website anywhere. And the only ones I've really seen of it are the random $2, like the wigs where you can buy 2 for 30 or 1 for 16 at Denver Doll that are random. I've seen I think 2 of them that have popped up on the marketplace on DOA in that color, but neither of which would fit or look in his style. And I actually have one who but it's in a really not good style for him. Though I think as a temp wig it will work, just because I can actually put it on him backwards where the bangs are in the back, because I hate them, and either get him a hoodie or something to wear. So, and he should not be bodiless that long. I ordered him a body last month at the very end of the month, so I'm hoping by the end of this month I will have a body for him. Whee! Happy. I'm put the head down because I don't want to hurt it. Just hold him. On other updating news, I have officially decided that I had money saved up for a Fairyland order, as I said, and I gave up on it. Well, I started getting things secondhand, blah blah blah, and all I had left was a Pookie Fee, money for a Pookie Fee left over. So I kind of gave up on that idea. I'm having a hard time really caring about my Pookie and my Yos, as much as I love my 2 Yos to death, but I've thought about buying other Yos and I can't seem to get into the idea of having anything smaller than an MSD or SD. And even my MSDs I'm extraordinarily picky with. So, so I took the money I had saved up for the Pookie Fee and decided to just order a body for my Leering head. I've said before, I kind of ordered him a body before, but I ordered a full doll because it was cheaper. But then I fell in love with the head that I ordered. So, complicated me. Fun days. Decided that they would just have to share a head for a while. Well, Mint on Card finally put up the new generation body for Doll Family A, and I really like it, and I think it actually fits my character that my Leering head is a whole lot better than the other body. The other body's a little bit more childlike, or not really child, more boyish. That's the word I'm looking for. Whereas the new generation body for Doll Family A is much more masculine and muscly. So I ended up ordering that from Mint on Card, and the even more awesome-tastic was they actually had the skin tone I needed in stock. So I took my Pookie Fee money, said screw it, and ordered that body so I can have a full SD as opposed to a really tiny Pookie. So, awesome. And on other news, it looks like my Decadol Zora has been put on layaway by someone on DOA, hopefully. Just kind of awaiting payment and making sure we, understand each other's terms with layaway. Don't want to get, want to make sure I'm very specific this time and everything works out well. So, hopefully, our layaway, everything will go cool, and she'll send her first payment soon, and